and welcome to this episode. But today we are going to discuss some things.
Yeah. I think this one is going to be, we're talking about wellness today.
So, speaking of wellness,
I wanted to start this podcast with a little intro, because I sometimes have a problem with wellness. Even though I'm dedicating my life to wellness.
Yeah. Your entire career and life is based on wellness.
Life, all my products, and I still have a problem with it.
Yep.
As an industry.
Okay. Oh, okay.
As a whole.
Right.
Because I think it's what I don't like about wellness industry or trends within the wellness umbrella is that sometimes they like to stray away from science.
Yep.
They're not really
a little bit more pseudoscience-y.
And overcomplicating things and
That's
inventing problems where there are none.
Yes. I'm going to touch on that in a second. Go ahead.
We can touch on that more, but first going a little bit political, why I have super big problem about it. With it, except from what we're gonna say later, is because I think that's creating exclusivity and scarcity where there's not needed, because health is anyways already not accessible to all of us, especially women, which is a huge problem that we're trying to tackle through a lot of the preventive things and things in wellness that are important and that are based in science. So that is kind of undermining the efforts.
Right.
And it's kind of for me, it's contradictive of what wellness is trying to achieve.
Yeah, and what it's supposed to achieve.
Supposed to achieve.
Absolutely.
So basically helping people live their best lives, become healthier, live longer and more quality lives.
Yep.
Without having to treat everything through professional healthcare or to prolong having to treat things through professional healthcare for as long as possible.
Right.
And just learning about their self-care and taking the best care of themselves possible. And on the other hand, I also have a problem with it because it makes it so kind of too serious. And a little bit of scaremongering, especially for women, where it's creating those problems where there are none. Exactly. So we constantly think there's something that we have to be worried about, even though we there's no reason for it. And I think it becomes so repellent to some it's repelling to some people.
Yeah.
Because they're this is too serious for me.
Or this is too much.
I have to dig through all of these trends and all of these pseudoscience things to get to something that is real.
Yeah, exactly.
So one mission that we have here is obviously stick to science and talk about wellness that is science-based. But second of all, also to make it more fun and more accessible to everything. So whenever we're talking about something, we always try to present it in a way that is accessible to majority and that is obtainable.
Yeah. It's not you don't have to pay an arm and a leg to be able to do this and kind of take the advice that we talk about, or apply certain lifestyle tips to your life kind of thing. It just takes work, a little bit of work. That's the investment.
A little bit of work, but not creating problems where there are none.
Exactly. So this is something actually I want to touch on real quick. Creating problems where there are none. Hip dips. Is everybody familiar with hip dips? So basically, these things.
I did not know about that before social media.
I didn't know that was something to hate. I had no idea. I've always loved my curves. I've always loved, my thighs. I'm very I have strong thighs, right? And then one day,
thighs. What are you?
Thank you.
They're beautiful.
I love them too. But apparently these little dips in my thighs right above them, it's called hip dips. And apparently they're unattractive. And some women, are like, no, you can't have those. It's bad, blah, 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 and all these things. I was never paranoid about my thighs until I saw some social media posts about it. It was on Instagram, some months ago. And I was like, what the fuck?
And it was a body positivity
and
post.
it was a body positivity post, exactly, just that. And it was like, love your hip dips, it's okay to have them. And I was like, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to have them, like, in the first place. Like, what the hell? And so instead of the message being like, oh, love yourself, it kind of like, it made me question, I was like, oh, and it kind of like created this little insecurity.
Yeah.
And that's unhealthy.
Oh, this body positivity movement like had the same effect on me. Like, I know they're trying to achieve something positive and great, but along the line, I think they're creating so many problems. For me, I had the same experience with like the cellulite.
Yep.
I did not know I had cellulite or should be ashamed of it until like I was being bombarded with all these posts like, this is normal, this is natural.
Yeah.
I know, but like, why are we even like?
I didn't even know I wasn't supposed to have, or
exactly.
like, yeah, like I didn't know I was shooting to not have that.
And I think it's fine in like, it's fine to talk about it, but I think like sometimes, people are taking it just way too far and creating their whole personalities and social media presence around it, and it's just like it's creating this oversaturation around a topic that is not really.
It's kind of like we're creating a problem out of nothing.
Exactly. Or like inflating.
Or inflating it, yeah.
Inflating it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all about like body positivity as well. Love yourself, love your body, but take care of it and love it. I never would have known when I was younger that like I was a thicker kind of person if it weren't for, these kind of messages being like saying like, oh, like it's okay to be a size this, and I was like, oh, I didn't know it was a problem to even be a size that. Like I didn't know. Yeah. Like, oh, I know it's okay because I'm okay with it, but it's
so
just
what I hope the body positivity movement is actually like a bridge to not talking about bodies at all, because like
bodies are not a trend.
I mean, body positivity movement is a reaction to previous ways how bodies were described in media, especially women's bodies, and how women were addressed or like talked about in public space. Terrible, so I know it's a reaction. So it's like a pendulum. So, it was one extreme and now this is the second extreme. So I'm hoping that this is like a bridge towards like some things are just like, why are we talking about it? Why are we still talking about it?
Bodies should not be trends, and bodies should not be viral
or kind discussed of thing, in a certain way. Like not discussed in this way.
Love yourself, and
especially
move on.
Visual way. I think it's very problematic.
Absolutely.
However you turn it. So
speaking of problematic,
for this episode, the topic that we chose was
sus wellness. Yeah. So it's like suspicious wellness.
Yes.
These are all things.
Trends that we're suspicious about.
Yeah, as we should be.
We're not going to judge anyone, but we're super suspicious.
And also we're like bringing the, kind of like the science behind it as well, and like the reality behind a few things. And just kind of, demystifying maybe what people are saying. I know TikTok, we've mentioned TikTok, wellness trends. Wild. TikTok is the, fucking wild west of social media.
Line of sus wellness.
It is though. I mean, every day I just get something and it's always wild. It is wild. I'm going to start us off with this. It's something that I saw a couple of months ago or maybe a month ago, whatever. Vabbing. And if you don't know what vabbing is, basically it's like taking your vaginal juices, your discharge, taking your vaginal like secretions and then rubbing them on like hot spots. And like, this one woman, she was like, okay, what I do is I like rub my secretions on my neck and like on my like heart points kind of thing. So like right here. So instead of perfume. Yeah. And it's supposed to be this thing where it like enhances the pheromones. Right. And, the opposite sex is supposed to be attracted to it.
So they're rubbing dick juice on it?
But the ridiculous thing about this is, so people are starting to like rub their secretions on themselves. And
I'm still laughing at the image of Simba.
The symbol on the forehead. Just, I mean, imagine like, Yeah.
Okay,
just no, it's visual.
No, I totally see it.
But yeah, so the ridiculous thing is that women are doing this and they're rubbing their vaginal excretions like on themselves or rubbing their discharge on themselves. And they're like,
from what part of the cycle is it important? Or
I don't think people actually got into it, but I bet if you put the ovulation discharge on you,
the
it'll
egg
have
white one, like the really thick one,
the
like,
sticky one.
You have like the
maybe throw some glitter on it.
Yeah.
Like, but no,
mix it with glitter. Mix it with glitter and put it all over yourself.
Maybe you can
Like
do like a bath
lotion.
with it, a body lotion, but like a discharge lotion.
Like,
No.
Next
Like
time you're at kind of like doing pep smear, just rub my arm. It's all over.
my arm. You can get a nice sample from my arm. Actually, I just rubbed it on me. Yeah.
Sorry.
See my my flora from my arm.
Flora and fauna.
Oh God, flora and fauna. But yeah, so this is something that
so that's a trend. That's a thing.
Women are rubbing on
And I
themselves.
saw some celebrities are actually doing it.
So yeah, that's interesting. And just to demystify that real quick, and to kind of give just to give it some context, or not context, but just to get into it. If you want to rub your vaginal juices on you, okay, whatever. But there is no, pheromones don't work in humans the way they work in animals. You're not going to attract a mate based on your pheromones. Like,
right.
No, it's just not how it's going to work for humans. However, it can, this is interesting. It can boost your confidence. If you feel like if you feel sexier because you're rubbing your discharge on you, go for it. Whatever. I'm not going to judge you. Just do your thing. But yeah, so I think like a lot of people who are doing this vabbing are actually like, it's kind of a placebo effect, and that they're getting these mates and they're feeling sexier and they're feeling like more in tune with themselves. It's not the pheromone kind of thing. No, it's the confidence boost. It's the placebo effect from thinking that it's going to be something that works. But again, I mean, it's discharge.
I mean, but it's like, do you really need it? Because like throughout your cycle, your smell is changing anyways.
Absolutely.
And like, supposedly when you're ovulating, your smell attracts more males, but then also males have more attractive smell to you.
Exactly.
So like, we also need to mix that with like,
you probably don't need to rub it on your body whenever it's already like,
so like this is kind of like intense, super intense, like super hardcore.
It is a little bit.
And also, is it hygienic? Because like,
I don't know. That's something we should look into, actually.
I don't know.
Like, I don't recommend rubbing your vaginal juices on you. I recommend, especially on your face. Yeah. I
mean, we're now using like all this like silk pillowcases, silk mask, antibacterial, something, everything, and then we rub vaginal juices on our faces.
Yeah,
like,
it
doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, hey, to each their own, but would I ever do it? No, because I know that it's not actually like something that
you would do.
I mean, I just don't.
Are you lying?
I don't know. I'm gonna stay old school here and stick to perfume. So yeah. That is one of the sus wellness trends. Patchouli. Yeah, just rubbing patchouli on you.
But
I don't know.
What is that like similar to that vaginal candle? Like
the vagina smell
vagina
one.
Smell candle.
I have no idea, but
or what is that?
It's what Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina supposedly smells like. And I mean, again, to each their own. If you have one of those candles, good for you. Whatever, but I would never invest in smelling.
I've never
that candle.
Heard anyone say that they've actually bought that.
I prefer, like scents of cinnamon and like pumpkin spice, cookies, vanilla, like freshly washed clothes kind of thing. But not, vaginal discharge and vaginal just candles. Like vagina candles. Yeah. Candles. I would love a candle that's shaped like a vagina. Absolutely.
Right.
But I don't want my candle to smell like it. I prefer, other things. Right. Lavender even. It's really nice. But yeah, so is vabbing unhealthy? Is it, is it going to kill you? No, I can't really say if it's unhealthy or not. No, nothing
Depends
says.
On your flora and fauna.
Absolutely.
Especially fauna.
But if you think it's going to work to help you attract a mate, sorry, it's a placebo effect, and you're Yeah, there's a placebo effect. Sorry.
You have it in yourself without it. You can do it without it.
Yes. Yes. Ugh.
Keep it clean, girl.
Keep it clean, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the first one covered. That was wild opening. Oh my god.
What have you seen?
I'm just thinking about it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, this has confused me.
I think that's the point. Yeah.
Okay, I got a nice one as well, and that one is off of TikTok as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, a lot of things that I get on social media are pregnancy or baby related,
Right.
And I've never seen them before because I was never
In this situation, yeah.
or like particularly interested in this kind of thing. So I got this super gross trend as well, which is, so there's this they're called creators now, or like artists, whatever. We call them artists in my time.
Okay.
They're all creators now.
Oh, creators. Okay, I heard creators. I was like,
creators.
what?
Creators.
Okay, content creators. Creators. Content creators.
Creators. They create.
Yes.
And so like once you give birth, you can send her your umbilical cord.
Okay.
And she makes it into a heart and then dries it, and then
so it's like a crisp.
Yeah, so it gets crispy, but you know, like how they dry flowers and then you frame them under glass.
Oh,
so you can get like
so it's not for you to eat later.
No, that's another. Like,
okay.
But this is new. I've heard about that one, but like this is like, so you can get your umbilical cord heart-shaped, dried, crispy, framed under glass.
Oh wow!
And then that's the memory for.
That's interesting.
For giving birth, and it looks just as you imagine it. It looks so weird. So I mean, like, I understand you want a memory of giving birth, but you have a child.
Yeah,
isn't that memory enough?
Yeah.
Like, you
so wait, people are just drying out their umbilical cords.
Yes, they are. But not just that, you send it to another person. Like, by a post.
You just like put it in like DHL just like,
or like USPS, and it takes like 3 months.
It takes 3 months to get. It just dries on its own while it's on the way. That's wild to me. That's wild. It's mummified.
No, but it's literally mummified. I mean, it's like dried crispy and like.
That's interesting.
Okay.
That's interesting.
So this was something new that I saw, and I think it's bizarre, like super bizarre.
Yeah.
I have heard before that you actually can save umbilical cord blood for stem cells.
Ooh, okay. So that's interesting.
So that's kind of useful.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's kind of useful. But actually,
I'm just imagining somebody like drying out their umbilical cord and like a little heart, and then they put like a little ornament hook on it, and they just put it on their Christmas tree. I mean, like,
yes, you could technically do that. I do not know how stable that dry crisp is. If it starts to crumble or something, I don't know. I cannot guarantee. But when I was researching this trend, because I was like, that's no way that people are doing, but it's actually true. So, I don't know if this is the only creator that is doing that, but like, it's a trend. Like, people are actually doing that,
sitting in their umbilical
I think everybody's trying to find ways to like have more memories from giving birth. I mean, like, now, like, literally somebody taking a video of you like popping out a child is not enough, I guess. Like, you also need to have like physical memorabilia.
You need to have a dried umbilical cord
child as well.
That's wild.
I mean, it's like okay. I guess it started with little socks, like framed socks. That was cute.
And they're like, this isn't enough. Like, I want more memories. I want like,
more.
That's wild.
So second one is saving umbilical cord blood.
Okay.
For stem cells.
Okay.
And that is useful.
This makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yes, but when I researched it a little bit, actually, why I started to like how I heard it is that like somebody from the office actually told me that they were considering doing it. So I was like, I need to like research this. But then I found out that it's actually not that useful for the baby herself or himself.
Okay.
Because often then their stem cells are not useful, if especially in cases of genetic diseases.
Oh, the blood thing you're talking about, not the drawing of the umbilical.
No,
Okay.
The stem cells, because those stem cells, have the same DNA.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But so actually the American College of Obstetricians and gynecologists does not recommend to save that blood for yourself.
Interesting.
But you can consider donating it to a bank.
Ooh, okay, like a stem cell bank kind of thing.
Exactly.
Cool.
So like for treating other people. It's also very unlikely. I think it was like between 1 and 401 in 200,000 that your child will actually need stem cells at any point at her or his life.
Yeah.
And also the stem cells that you save can only last up to 15 years.
Yeah. Only.
Okay. So basically, what they say is that, I don't know much about it because I've basically just learned about it, but what they say is that it's not so much useful to save it for yourself. Also, the private stem cell banks charge people a lot of money to save them.
Just to store it. Yeah.
It's kind of like, do you really need it? But it's definitely useful to donate to banks, to public.
Yeah. So other people can potentially use it that actually need it in that moment.
Or it's used for research,
which is also very important. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, that's cool.
So that's the umbilical cord trends.
That's really cool.
I have more pregnancy friends. You want to go there?
Yeah, we should probably go there. Yeah. I know you get a lot of TikTok stuff about eating.
Because I'm on TikTok a lot.
Yeah. But like eating trends and stuff.
Oh yeah, nutrition trends. I love those.
Those are insane.
They get me so angry.
What's a good one that you saw recently?
First of all, they get me so angry because women are already bombarded so much with weight loss trends and like these ideas of how they should eat to be skinnier and do this and that to maintain weight and like reach those fitness goals, and I don't know, and like all of this boils down to very restrictive and weird diets. Some of them are based on like some science, some are based on dubious science, and some are based on no science at all. And even those that are in best case based on some science are mostly created on science of male bodies and male health. So it's very hard to directly, I'm not saying that you can't adjust them for women. But you need to adjust them for women.
But they're not being created with women in mind.
Exactly. They're not being created with women in mind. For women, digestive systems of elimination, we mentioned them a couple of episodes before when we were talking about the cycle.
The hormones.
You have to metabolize the hormones. So if your systems of digestion or elimination are restricted or not functioning properly, like that can also have a disruptive effect on your hormonal balances and overall health. So
this is not it. And that's just so disheartening when you work in the industry and you try so hard to educate people, and then you have people
start doing this,
and then you have people that do this and you're like, what is wrong with you people? Like, stop it. Like, just stop it,
No, but like I think it comes from the idea that like common sense is not enough. They think there's this magic that you have to discover. There's like this secret recipe. There's no secret recipe, people. I mean, I'm sorry. We're not selling secret recipe.
No.
We're not trying to find a secret recipe because there is none.
There isn't
It's
one.
complicated. We are all unique. And there's a lot of ways how you can treat different things. And there's a lot of things that you need to do to treat different things.
It's not just one thing. It's not one thing. So to wrap this up, would you or wouldn't you? Would you vape? Would you do vaping?
To gross people out?
Yes. There we go. Okay. But regularly?
No.
Okay.
Just kidding. No, I would probably never. I always wash my hands.
So no, that's an absolute. That's a no for me, dog. Yeah. Dry out your umbilical cord into a heart shape.
To send it somewhere.
To give to me.
to gift it to my enemy.
Oh, okay, that's not me. I would not do that.
Arch nemesis, maybe.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think
in a different shape, not a heart.
A little middle finger.
No, just joking. No, probably would not.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. You know, child enough is enough for me to remember the day that my vagina literally ripped open. Yeah. But that was good. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Sus wellness is fun.
It is fun. And if any of you have any sus wellness that you want to share or, you know, hate on with us, you're more than welcome to. Just let us know. Judge, yeah. But yeah,
we're
definitely
not judging, but maybe
not judging, but just, you know, putting some truth to it, and like how like sometimes it's just not it. And like
the mirror.
Yeah. Just being like, hey, like but yeah, be sure to share your trends that you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, like, cool. I still have like a bunch of them ready for next episode. I don't think we can cram all of them in.
Oh, I have a whole list here as well.
I don't think we can go on for so long. Yeah. But yeah, wellness industry is full of sus trends and sus people.
So be careful out there, y'all.
Be careful out there. Protect your wellness, protect your health.
Yep. And protect your hoo-ha.
Protect your hoo-ha and trust science and science only. I mean, that would be a good start, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and also thank you for listening to this episode. I hope it was fun. And if you have any suggestions for new topics that you want us to cover, serious or fun,
let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments or throughout any platform where you can reach us. That's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We have a great Facebook group called
Bellabeat Club,
which is closed and only accepts women.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks. Have a great day.